In a world where magic is drawn, not born, anyone can learn it, and that's the danger. Welcome to Witch Hats Altair, where one girl of curiosity unlocks forbidden truth, and every stroke of the pen could change or end a life. Magic is no longer a gift, it's a tool, a weapon, a secret too powerful to be free. Step carefully into Altair, because in this world, magic begins with a single line, and one mistake can erase everything. Witch Hats Altair, a manga about a girl named Coco that wants to be a magician or a witch. One day, when she was out with her mother, she came across a weird-eyed, one-eyeball masked individual on the side of the alley giving her or selling her a book with some images in it and a pen that had a side function of a wand, or a wand with a side function of a pen, and gave it to her and said she could learn how to do magic with it. She always dreamed about one day doing magic. Till one day, a odd gentleman and some girls show up to his house on a flying Pegasus cart shows up, and the cart that the girls are riding gets destroyed by some local boys. Don't worry, got a magician right there, and he will fix their cart for them. But he must do it in secret, for magic may not be known by everybody, and for a good reason that is. And the girl sneaks in secretly and finds out how magic works, and finds out the little book she had magic in it the entire time. And I kind of found out magic is not just by waving the wand or a couple few little words or an incantation of things, but by art itself. And the book illustrated arts. But promise, where there is good magic that brings happiness and joys to others, there's also magic that brings sadness to all. Coco finds out the hard way what magic can really do to those and everybody around her. And now she's bound and determined to figure out and fix her problem and fix her poor decision making and not knowing about things, but I promise she's going to a world where she was not born in it. Normally magic is done for a select few of people because, well, while magic can be a tool and help people, it can also be used for war. And that's why it's been hidden away, and only select few of people that know how to use magic. And Coco may have stumbled upon something that she didn't know until it's already too late. Now she has to now cope and try to figure out how to learn how to use magic so she can fix her mistake. She's not always welcome to this world, but the masked eyeball individual is still around, and he has other plans for Coco. So Coco needs all the support and all the help she can get. So let's start off with the characters. I would say the characters are wonderful. They're nice. They're whimsical. They have a sense of reasoning. As far as I can tell, they're not just random skews of checkmark boxes of characters. I truly enjoyed the characters. The main character, Coco, she's not a whiny little character. She's not overly, sensitive. She's not overly like a crybaby. She isn't really annoying. That's why I can, actually recommend this to my wife, because my wife cannot handle characters like that, which, who's right there, but my camera keeps on moving. This could be a real good one for even some new kids, some younger kids to get into. It's so far not very dark and not very spooky or scary, but it's a caution warning at the same time. It has a bit of charm and mystique, and I'm really enjoying this. This kind of reminds me of an old fable or old tale. I can definitely see this. So for the characters, I give the characters a 9. There's not a character so far that I am really truly bothered by. There's one character that is mean, but I can see why she could be that way. As soon as the story tells more about her, I will read more of this so I can figure out why she's that way she is. And there's also some hidden stories going on with the main teacher. There's something definitely up with him. Now, the art. This art reminds me of like Bear-serk, Vinland Saga, that kind of like more realistic, more humanoid facial features, jawline, so on. It doesn't really have that really anime. The front of it may give you an idea of that, but each character has a little bit more stylized version of a character. If you like the more traditional anime style, less features, more into pretty-ass vibes, this may not be it for you, but I enjoy this. A bit of a fresh air. There's not many like that or do this kind of art style. So when I see this, it feels refreshing and it feels nice. Doesn't mean I prefer it, but it's still nice. So I will give this one also a 9. Now, story. There's definitely a story here, and this book was not long enough to tell the full story, but it wasn't fixated like some of the other mangas where it was more telling an idea or a thought or a thing. This was actually something that's a story that's actually playing out. It's actually you are along for the ride kind of story, but there are some things like certain characters where there's a background story that you're not privy to just yet. So that leaves me a little bit of an awkward situation. There's a story where it's actually the beginning and you're learning along the way the story is going out, but there's also a story behind some characters that you're needing to learn or you're going to learn out throughout the manga. Not this manga, not this volume, but throughout the rest of the manga. So I don't really mind that. So in one way, it gives you a story. You're starting off at the races for everybody else, but there's still some mystery that you're trying to learn along the way, which I don't mind that at all. But sometimes I would like just to be like, I want to be there at the beginning. I would like to be along for the ride every step of the way sometimes, and not just be wondering, okay, what's the deal with that? So I give this one an 8.5 for story. Now, Transformative. This may be a groundbreaking story, not in the way you may be thinking. I kind of already alluded to it already. This reminds me of a fairy tale, a wives' tale, an old classic story. It feels almost new in a sense. Like this feels like so whimsical and so much of a brand new world, but it also has like a, if you like, I like Harry Potter, this is where I thought if they would do a wizarding world, this would kind of be about it too. Also with the fact that magic is not a casting, it's not a place of power, a conjuring of words. This is magic drawn. This is magic you have to know how to do, and it's done through a physical media of ink of a special type and paper or wand, aka pen, and you must learn it. The problem is, if you can learn it, so can anyone can learn it. And that's the danger lies. Anyone can learn it. That means anyone can use it. And that includes those who wish to use it for worst of reasons. So this one is transformative. It's breaking into new ideas and is not sticking to the, I wouldn't say traditions or to the local fabs or the most popular nowadays. This is breaking out of that a little bit. And I appreciate that. That's why I like this. So I had to give this one a 10. I enjoyed that it broke the mold a little bit here. Well, actually, a lot of ways it broke the mold. Yeah, still doing magic. Okay. Still doing a young girl. She made a mistake and now she's having to fix her mistakes. That's okay. But I feel like this is a new world in the sense that I can't always see what's coming always. And I didn't see it coming out to be certain ways it happened. Like it threw me for a loop. So I was like, oh man, okay. I could definitely see something coming up from this and the people taking inspiration from this manga and then going with it. So yeah, give it a 10. So overall, give this manga a 9.5 or a 36.5 in my scoring, if my math is right here. So give you an idea, this is a recommend if you like Harry Potter, you like Vagabond, you like old school, wives' tales, you want to, have a beginner book for kids, get them into manga. If you're a person that likes a little bit more whimsical, a little bit more fantastical, if you like art style of it, the art style is actually quite pleasant. It has a lot of things going on. I think anyone can watch this, or like Devitel, they make an anime that's going to be a great one, but anyone can read this and enjoy it at any age level, and I don't think you'd be disappointed. It's not going to be overly grotesque or it's going to be overly graphic. And if you're in more that more mature kind of thing, maybe not, maybe you can see it this one. But if you're a person that just likes a good story and likes to see how the world is being built and magic, yeah, go for it. It's kind of like Harry Potter. If you like Harry Potter and you're in your 30s or 40s or 50s, you probably will like this one. So yeah, recommend it. So if you got this far, I do really appreciate it. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate it if you get this video around to people. Let them know about this channel. If you like this review, if you read more of this, let me, don't spoil it, but let me know if I should pick up. I will probably pick up the rest of it if I can. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a good one. And as always, have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Much love, y'all.
Bye.